As the royal family celebrates the holidays, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are giving fans a rare look at their children. Not many members of the British royal family can claim to have been entangled in as many scandals as Harry Windsor. He consistently refuses to take a day off, regardless of the circumstances. Everything from his wife's bigotry to the subtle jabs at his marriage choice from his relatives. Another claim that has been circulating in the media for some time may have been unintentionally confirmed by his son, Prince Archie. Can you just repeat what Archie said? What does this mean for his parents' marriage down the road? Come talk about Prince Archie's startling paternity revelation with us. The shocking moment that Prince Archie experienced on live television has long been a topic of much speculation on social media regarding his father, with many blaming his mother's African-American heritage and her adventures in Hollywood. Strange scandals had always encircled the birth tale of Archie. Hearing the 4-year-old sob into a hot mic as he vented his frustrations on live television did not come as a total surprise to anyone. The vibrant ambience, as predicted, gradually faded away. In an instant, Harry's once royal countenance, which was both smiling and flushed with disappointment and wrath, boils over. While her son's voice resonated slightly in the background, Meghan maintained her regal poise and demeanor as she continued the conversation with Anderson Cooper, clearly taken aback by her son's comments. Nope. Archie was a mere 4 years old in 2023. This meant that his words might have been misunderstood or misquoted. To no one's surprise, the family's public relations machinery went into overdrive, constructing a counter-argument around his innocence and muddled speech to prove that he really did say something else. So few things come out sounding exactly like, "Harry is not my father." So what can a 4-year-old kid say to back up his assertions? As the story unfolded online, with most people talking about whether or not Archie was the father, there was a heated debate between controversial theorists who thought the video had been altered or that Prince Archie had been misunderstood, and the pro-paternal fraud camp. Who among the Windsors is responsible for the venomous attack on social media? The second part seemed like a ploy by hidden forces fighting the couple's wars. Alternative explanations for the question merely led to more generalized hypotheses. Thanks to her stints as a briefcase model, also known as Money Girl, on the Deal or No Deal show from 2006 to 2007, and her breakout role as Rachel Zane, a hotshot paralegal who falls for a clever con artist who pretends to have attended law school, on the hit in BC series Suits, a large portion of the online community had already chosen Meghan Markle. Some have speculated that her previous Hollywood success was the result of a combination of her beauty, ability, and perseverance, while others have said that her ascent to stardom was the result of heinous acts that provided sufficient proof to support the claims of parental fraud. Is there something more nefarious going on, or is Meghan's history in Hollywood the sole factor driving the allegation of paternity fraud? Meghan Markle's rise from the glamour of Hollywood to the opulence of Buckingham Palace has been anything but ordinary. Others think she played 4D chess to climb the royal food chain, giving her some sinister credit for having the royal family under her control, while some think she discovered true love and happiness through a friend who introduced her to Harry. The speculation that Meghan is plotting against the British royal family has been dispelled by Meghan herself, rebutting the prevailing opinions with a romance that appears to have been heavily influenced by Wattpad or Disney. However, this is love. It may sound completely fantastical. Meghan claims that the true love that began at first sight between them and her fiancé goes beyond money and disguise. The story goes that the couple met through a mutual friend who couldn't resist playing matchmaker. It seems, though, that Prince Harry was heavily involved with that narrative as well. Instead of the endless speculation about a blind date, Harry finally admitted to the world that he met Meghan Markle via a mutual friend's Instagram. He was captivated by her photo and couldn't tear his eyes away. It was love at first sight. With all the grace in the world, he implored his friend to introduce them and set them up with each other. What a sweetie! This common acquaintance fulfilled their role. This was particularly true given Meghan's dubious history, which included her meteoric climb to Hollywood stardom and the many scandals she endured while living in the UK, many of which had to do with the royal family. However, there are many who believe that a decent lady might have reacted biblically, including with paternity froth, had she been supposedly driven to the wall by certain members of the royal family. On the other hand, there are many who think Meghan Markle was just another Hollywood beaut who gave up more than just her talent for love. Her status as a duchess made it impossible to avoid the constant criticism and scrutiny, even if she isn't the only gorgeous and accomplished Hollywood actress to face accusations of sleeping her way into leading roles. Seems like she's sunk into a scandal from which there's no getting out because to her professional decision. How has Harry dealt with the situation while the media has continued to trash Meghan? Harry's inner turmoil, uncertainties, anxieties, and betrayals. Many have wondered why Prince Harry and his family uprooted their lives and settled in the United States, even though this is old news. What could possibly motivate him to depart from his home country? For what reason would he give up on the rich history of the Windsor family? But many people had a hard time answering these concerns and kept asking the pair for their thoughts on the matter. After keeping quiet about it for quite some time, Harry chose to write a tell-all book titled Spare, in which he exposed the royal family's incapacity to accept his wife and children. Despite the severe backlash he received from the British royal family, he was unconcerned about it, because it was crucial for him for everyone to be aware of the truth. Despite his intentions, the book caused some surprising developments, such as his estrangement from the same people he had sought out to save his family from harm. The connection between Harry and Meghan has been deteriorating, and Archie's latest comments have only made matters worse. According to those in the know, Harry is coping with a great deal of pain at home, where he ponders his choices, questions his imagination, and prays he made the correct one. Harry felt the weight of the world on his shoulders, even though Meghan stood erect alongside him, displaying a strength of character that she was born with and also picked up as she hustled her way to the top of her Hollywood career. He was a working royal, but he'd never had to worry about money or security because of it. It comes with the territory to be born a royal, of course. Meghan, on the other hand, knows the struggle that goes into making money because she lived the American dream her whole life until she had her big break on the NBC show Suits. She didn't have a silver spoon pressed into her mouth from birth, but she was well versed on the path to obtaining it. She was unafraid to do it. She has learned a lot about being famous from her time in Hollywood, including that any publicity is better than none at all, regardless of how unpleasant it may be. She came up with fresh ideas for her Prince Charming to help him restore his honor and return to the spotlight, where he rightfully belonged. Accepting book agreements and even taking a chance on TV shows were both motivated by Meghan's strategic thinking as they worked to restore their family. Wishing it would go off without a hitch, and to their delight, it did. Getting a glimpse of how Buckingham Palace is run is an opportunity that no one can refuse. With the addition of a real Duke and Duchess to fill out the social strata and politics.